Buongiorno and welcome back to Koi Fish Johnny. I hope you enjoyed the last episode with Bruce, and one thing that I did notice about Bruce when I rewatched that video is his little front pectoral fins. I thought they looked like one of them things on beach, shells. Looks like a nice beautiful shell, look like all beautifully lined. I don't know why that caught my eye, bit strange that it did, so I thought I'd share that with you. I hope you saw it too. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about. Today I'm going to be covering the pond, or doing it very, very quickly because I'm low on time. I'm going to be taking all that over there that I've stacked nice and neatly out of the way because I wanted to get Bruce in and be able to observe him. I delayed putting on the roof, so I'll put the roof over there, which is basically my old conservatory roof, which I've just got to lob in different directions. So my plan is to put that across the top and then some tarpaulin across the middle, just basically to seal off that area, to stop these little, if you can see there, let me whoosh you into way. See all the leaves on the floor, and them spizzly little things that I'll show you outside, to basically stop them spizzly little things that come off the trees. I'll show you one when they're outside. I don't know what their name is. I'm not going to pretend I do know what it is and Google it first. It's a spizzly little thing that comes off a tree. I really don't know what it's called. I really have no idea. Anyway, I know that you guys will. But anyway, a lot of them get through the netting because I don't have enough panels to cover the entire roof. A lot of them get through the netting and into the system. And basically I want to prevent that, so I'll be using the tarpaulin across the middle and the sheets on the side, and then the netting over the top, and the big blocks over there, which are super heavy, around the sides to hold it down and in place. I didn't have any problems last year with it. I didn't use the big blocks, and the little blocks, the little bricks did do a good enough job. This year I'm going to use the big blocks because that's obviously a lot heavier, a lot sturdier and stuff like that. And also, before I start, I'm not going to record it because I've not really got enough time doing all the ins and outs and everything. I'm having to squash this in. But with the wind yesterday and all of those leaves coming down and jumping in the pond, I feel like there's a pressing sense of urgency for me to get this roof on, or I will just have loads of dead leaves, bugs and God knows what landing in my pond and unsettling things, on top of the fact I've got a new fish in there named Bruce. You can see there, oh, look at that little view. Maybe I should move myself out of the way. Look at me shower. You shower there, beautiful. That Kaku Jaffa, amazing. Leader at pond, that lad. Okay, and another thing that I'd like to clear up, because I seem to be being made into some kind of mythical beast that rolled out of a cave from up north by everyone that I went to the show at. Everyone was mesmerised with the size of me because I don't come across that big in camera. I'm just going to point you at one thing right now. Let me put you level with me. That I don't live in a hobbit shed. I didn't build this house, this nice house that I've managed to extend a few times and put tiny little doors in to make me feel bigger. I am quite a big fella. I do bang my head on doors when I go through them. Well, I don't actually, because I like scrape the top. If I get it in the stride where I'm highest, I scrape the roof of my head, which when I was bald, and when I used to shave my head and be a little skinhead scallywag, it used to drive me mad because it used to pull off some of the skin. But anyway, just a big man problem. Yeah, so I am actually quite a big guy, so I found it very funny that people were mesmerised, or not mesmerised is probably the wrong word, quite taken back at my physical presence, I'm going to say. But yeah, anyway, that cleared up, by the by. You'll get to see that at some show next year because I will be there this time. This year I didn't go because of the PP incident. I was all banged up for one, ready to go at the PP incident and not with confidence. I thought I'm not going there because I don't feel confident enough. Anyway, gone off on a tangent here. Let's get back to it. I might take you out because all the fish are there just to show you the fish and show you Bruce. I reckon they might run off when I come out though. But yeah, I'm not going to record it. I will jump back to you when I've done it. I told you my plan. Let's get a cracking, let's get a racking, let's get it loaded on top of the pond and get the debris from the tree prevented, the wind factor, chill factor taken away, and my pond kept a little bit warmer and the fish a little bit happier through the winter. Sad times banging it on. And the insulation boards, I'll have to pop them into the big window. Not going to be insulating this window. Only in extreme circumstances do I insulate that window. Because one, selfish factor, I like to see them. Two, I like to see them to make sure they're all live and okay. And 3 is, if anyone comes round, they probably think it's really, really odd feature to have banging view like that. Anyway, thanks for the washing machine just going off as I'm about to end the video on this chapter. No, we're not. We're going to go outside. We're going to go outside and see them. Okay? Off we go. In fact, let's move me out the way. Ooh, there's my boy Jaffa. And someone's tail. Come here, shag eye. Otis, the big shag eye. Bruce is hanging down the back there with Foz. He is sitting a bit low there, Bruce, so I will be keeping a close eye on him. Lovely. I don't know about you, but I love that Kohaku. Jaffa is a belter. Not the best name, but definitely the best personality in there at the minute. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Okay, I'm off to work now. Not work. I'm off to put this lid on because I keep chatting and chatting about it. Okay, guys. So if you're wondering why I got a red arm, well, actually, it doesn't look red. Well, it's wet. If you're wondering why I got that, with an excess at the back, you know, that sliding thing that stops the water going in, I turn it off with a ball valve. In fact, I'll walk around with you and show you. 1 second. When the water's coming into an excess, I turn it off with a ball valve. I also slide something in here. There. Plastic thing, I had it resting on there. Took the cover off here. Dropped the goddamn plastic thing in there, and has anyone else had that issue before? Because I can't be the only one, and why is it bloody sink? I'll turn the air off in a minute, I'll get in there. It's not too big of a place, but it's going to be a bit cold on my hand. Started. Not looking too bad, I don't think. I bet the wife disagrees, but never mind. It's not her goddamn pond, is it? So she can wind her neck right back in if she starts. But seriously, no, I think it's looking all right. Obviously, I cut that part off the end. I've got that, and then I've got to get this tarpaulin lining across the middle somehow without falling in. Like Vince did recently. He pretended he was a fish for his neighbours and dived head into his pond, basically thinking he was a fish. So I don't want to be after giving him a bit of jokage about it. I don't want to do the same and end up in my pond, otherwise it look like I'm trying to steal Vince's tricks. I do hope you're alright now, mate, because you had me in stitches with that, and obviously I sent you a message and you found it funny too. So anyway, back to what I'm on about. Insulation boards all over the front. Just going to try and get this tarpaulin over the top of it, and then it will basically look like, at the minute on that camera, it sort of looks from this angle like a spaceship. So this green should water down the spaceship effect. Hi guys, I bet you weren't expecting that. I stored some of my tarpaulin for a while. Obviously not in a very hygienic place. Didn't have anywhere else for it. It's got dirty, so I'm leaving it out like a water slide. I wonder what the wife will make of that. But more importantly, I wonder what the wife will make of this. I don't know about you, but I quite like it. Window insulated, covered. May need a few adjustments. Over here, we'll go back to that in a minute. Over here, from this side, you can see. Just on the filter change, so popping a bit of water in. Polycarb sheets in, making it really dark. Really, really dark. You can see the fish there. But this is, it's depressing, that, isn't it? That's the only angle I can see the fish from. Like, from there and pretty much down, because it's dead dark. I could get some lights, but I can't be bothered, in all honesty. Right, so I wonder what the wife will think. She's going to be back soon, so I'm not sure what she's going to make of this. Obviously it isn't the prettiest thing in the world, but it is what it is. That's my front sheet, so in the extreme heat, just checking, make sure she's not on her toes, getting ready to assassinate me. Oh, and one thing, this. I bet you're wondering what this is. You see it? It's like an iron statue of a skinny man pretending he's got muscles. Well, my granddad, my late great granddad, who was absolutely amazing, like literally if heaven had visiting hours, he would be the person I'd be going to see, because he was absolutely amazing. Still got me nan, she's all right though, but my granddad was amazing. Anyway, long story cut short, He bought me this statue because he thought it was funny, because he thought that I thought I had muscles when in his description back in the day I was a racing snake, skinny, no muscles. That's what he said. So he bought me this like BAFTA award sort of Iron Man that's been hanging around the pond for a while as like a little laugh. And to be honest, it is funny because this racing snake stopped racing and gained poundage. But anyway, back to the point. He's staying by the pond. In fact, you will have seen him. I bet you will have seen him. If you go back through the episodes, you'll have seen him because he's just been around the pond forever because I love him. He's brilliant. But anyway, I digress. We go back to the subject at hand before the wife arrives back from home. The pond is covered. Disappointing. Feels sad looking at it now, like, and looking at the fish in there. But it is the best for them. Keeps the wind factor off, keeps the pond a little bit hotter, stops the debris from the tree, stops anything falling in, keeps the fish safe over the winter, safer over the winter. Obviously, I need to invest in something a little bit better than this in the future, but it is good enough for now, I'd imagine, or I hope. Obviously, if it snows, I'm gonna have to have a little eye on it, but it did well last year with the snow. But from this angle, it looks even worse. So I'm sure the wife is going to be delighted. So if this is my final Koi Fish Johnny recording before I get hung out to dry, I hope you've enjoyed the channel. It's been emotional. Please take care, please like and subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this little quirky video.